Hello, how are you doing today? Now, if you're a high achieving woman like I am, then you likely set yourself really high standards and have high expectations of what it is that you can actually achieve and deliver. And I just want to take a moment today to talk about this and explore it, because what I find, and I've personally experienced this as well, is that we tend to not be our own best support teams once we're in our own business. When we used to be in a job or even at school or as kids, we always had a boss, a teacher or a parent who was giving us what we needed in terms of feedback and helping us to feel like we're succeeding. We're succeeding in life, we're succeeding at work, everything's going on. But bring this into our own business and suddenly you're your own boss, right? And so who's telling you if you've done a good job? Who's giving you that level of a performance? And if you're like me, then you're probably always feeling like you're falling short. There's always better that you could have done. You might have those thoughts going around in your head like, yeah, that's okay, I guess I got that result, but it could have been better. But I could have done more, but it wasn't good for these reasons. And we focus so much on those things that didn't meet our expectations or didn't meet that high standard that we set for ourselves. And to be honest, it's frankly quite exhausting. But what I discovered is that there are three things that every human needs, no matter how small or old, and we need these things to actually feel like we are being successful in life and we're doing the right things. And I have found that applying them to ourselves in business can help to shift out of this place where we are always feeling like we're not quite there yet. Doesn't matter how much we achieve, we still feel like we're not there yet, because you set a new goal, you set a new high expectation. And when you're doing that to yourself day in, day out, expecting your brain to run a marathon every single day, not giving it a rest or a break because you really want to achieve more and achieve more and achieve more, it can just have so much damage on you. So the 3 A's, here are my 3 tips for you today, and what I'd love you to take away and think about how you can do these for yourself. The first thing that we need as humans is acknowledgement. So how can you acknowledge yourself for what you've done, what you've achieved, what you've done today, what you've done this week, what you've done this year, even what you've done in the last 5 years? Give yourself a little bit of acknowledgement about what it is that you have actually done. And let's forget about, for a moment, all the things that we haven't done that we want to do, and yes, that we still can do. The second A is to appreciate. Appreciate yourself. Appreciate the efforts that you've done. Appreciate everything that you've had on your plate and you're still achieving these great things that you are doing. So maybe you've got some young kids at home. Maybe you've got other, You're committed to other things in your life and you're still doing all of these things and you're running a business. Appreciate yourself for what it is that you're bringing to your life and to everybody else, and give that bit of grace. It's okay if you need to have a rest. It's okay if you're not doing what you see somebody else doing, because hey, you're not them, you're not in the same situation. Let's appreciate ourselves for who we are and what we do have. And the third A is audience, and that means listening. So when we're talking about doing this for ourselves, that means that we actually really need to listen to ourselves. Listen to your intuition. Listen to what you already know that you're actually maybe avoiding or pretending that you don't know, because yes, it might be hard. And listen to your body. Listen to when it needs to rest. Listen to when you need to give your brain a rest and a break, so that you can continue to provide the value, be the person that you need to be for whoever it is that you're showing up for, whether it's your clients, whether it's your partner, your family, your kids. Just take that moment to think, am I acknowledging myself? Am I appreciating myself? And am I listening to myself? And if we can do that for ourselves as the CEO of our own business, then we're going to be a lot more successful at being able to take the breaks that we need when we need it, still to achieve good things, still to push that achievement level and that success, but to do it in a way that is not going to break us and burn us and see us, giving up on the dream. This year has been a crazy year, and I know that if you are like me, then you've probably been pushing yourself harder than what you need to be and expecting bigger and better things all the time. And it's okay to take a moment and actually look back and see what you have done. Even if there's more you want to do, let's stop and appreciate, acknowledge, and listen to ourselves. What is it that we need right now? Do you need a rest, a break? Then go and do that. Give yourself that time to recuperate and get your energy back. What can you do to acknowledge yourself? I like to have a star chart on the wall, and yes, it sounds like something you do with kids, but every time I've achieved what I needed to achieve that day, give yourself a star. Maybe every time you get a new payment from a client or something, give yourself a star. Give yourself a high five. You can high five yourself if you've got no one else to high five. I try to do that with my husband. I'm like, yay, signed a new client, boom, high five. I'm going to take a moment to acknowledge that and appreciate it, instead of thinking, oh, okay, I signed one, but yeah, I wanted to sign 5. Well, that's not very positive thinking and positive behavior. I want to reinforce the positive behavior and get myself thinking about what are the great things that I've done. Now my mind, my subconscious wants to help me repeat that because it was a positive feeling. So I look for ways in which I can acknowledge myself, in which I can give myself the kudos for what I've done, and I can give myself the grace for being human, for being able to do my best, but still, acknowledge I might not have achieved everything I wanted to, but I did my best. I'm appreciating myself for what I did put in, what I was able to do. And I'm always going to look to improve and to move forward and to move on and move up. That's second nature to me. That's just what I do, but I want to stop in the moment and just breathe. I thought today would be a great day to bring this message to you because it's Friday. So I'm just going to take a deep breath, and I'm going to stop, and I'm going to acknowledge myself. I'm going to appreciate myself, and I'm going to listen to the fact that I need to take a little break. It's Friday afternoon, so I'm going to go to the shops before I pick up my kids, and I'm going to enjoy an afternoon with no work. And I hope you do too. Have a good one, guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye.